Woohoo! Check out the rain, guys. Loving the rain. Anyway, I'm gonna go one final hurrah in the van before we have to take it to the body shop. So we're losing it for about a week. They said it'll be about a week to fix the van. So today we're taking it over and leaving it at the body shop. We'll start on it tomorrow. We have to go get a rental car today by noon. And I just thought I would get out, make another video in the van before all that transpires. So that's what I'm doing, and it turns out it's a nice rainy day. Oh, I just feel so thankful to have this kind of a day today. What a beautiful day. This is probably hands down my favorite kind of day. Just a rainy day. I love this. And I don't have long sleeves on, so it's not cold outside, but it's cool. It's nice and cool. It's perfect temperature in my opinion. So where I'm going today is only about 5 minutes from my house. I'm gonna go to Walmart parking lot. I'm gonna crawl in the back, make some new coffee that I got. You just sit back there for a bit, chat. Had a good weekend. Had a good day at church yesterday. And we have a busy week planned this week. Just about every day something's going on. So, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, I'm sitting here surveying the situation here. A lot of times I park right there to the left of that orange car on the other side of the curb where that tree limb is down. Sometimes I park further out over there. I like to park here because then I have more to watch. But I'm not so sure. That doesn't feel right today. What feels right is right here behind this orange car, but I don't want to be behind a car. Well, and then that white truck just parked over there, so that takes that out of the ball game. That's off the board. I could sit way over there. Heck, I don't know where I want to sit. Maybe I'll just sit here. Yeah, okay, I'll just sit here. Even though there's some guy in a little white car over there just staring at me. Maybe he's waiting on someone and he thinks that I'm that person. I'll be here for about 45 minutes, I think. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I'm in the back now. Let's see if I can get this started. I would consider that success. And let's see, today I am... Whoa, that thing has a mind of its own. Decided it wanted to turn itself up. Anyway, today I'm utilizing Tiny. And no, I'm not trying to be cool. I'm just trying to cover up this logo. I wore a logo shirt today. And my new coffee. Let's see. Where's it at? Oh. Okay, it's not really good for you. Okay, it's one of those 3-in-1 deals. where it has the creamer, the coffee, and the sugar. It's called Legend Special Edition, and that's literally the only thing I can read on this pack. Everything else is in Vietnamese. I had to, rather my 15-year-old had to do a Google Lens on the instructions so I would know how to make it. And I made it like the instructions said last night. And let's see. Tiny is tiny, as you know. A normal cup is like way up here. And it said that this whole pack was for about that much of tiny, a little over half. That's apparently how strong this is. I guess it's supposed to be like an espresso, maybe? A shot of espresso. I bought it, paid, hold on, paid $7 for like 16 of these packs, thinking I was going to get 16 cups of coffee, but in actuality, it's going to be like 16 shots. So I decided today I'm just going to put this in there and fill Tiny up because it was really strong. And I'm thinking that it'll be fine if I fill it up to here because, I mean, like I said, Tiny is small. That's why he's called Tiny. But anyway, I have to say, last night it was very good. Very good. So I'll try it with a little more water today. So see, it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot. That's all I can say. It fills up to about maybe right there, almost a quarter of Tiny. All right, here we go. I'm not going to say here goes nothing because it's something, but yeah, I'm leaking water all over the van floor, but it'll have a week to dry. Okay, pretend you don't see this. This is very barbaric, but I folded this up. This is going to be my little stir thing because I don't have anything to stir with. Wow. It still looks like it's going to be thick. And I know this is not probably very hygienic. Who knows who's touched the outside of that, but this is hot water. Maybe it'll sterilize it. Let's see. Yeah, see, I can't tell any difference at all. I'd venture to say you could almost put that in something larger. You know, like I just stepped on these. They're out of shape. When I was crawling back in the back, I stepped on them. But anyway, I would think you could put it in a little larger cup and it would still taste fine because this still almost tastes like it did last night. It's very, very good. So good that I have to watch out because I don't want to drink more than one of these every like 3 days. The only reason I drank one last night to test it because when it said 3 ounces of water. And I was like, that can't be right. 3 ounces of water, a little bit over 3 ounces to that big pack. But yeah, it was a little over 3, like 3.1 or 2 ounces of water. So I just had to test it. And I was like, okay, well, it's good. And then today, of course, I wanted to make a video and test it with a little bit more water. And maybe the next time I make one, I don't know when it'll be because, like I said, I won't have the van after today. But I'll use maybe a little bit more water. Try it. I have a little brown cup at home that I like a lot, and I use it a lot. So maybe I'll expand to that, see what happens. Anyway, I got a busy week. My wife has an appointment today. doctor's appointment in the couple towns over. And when I say a couple towns over, you pass through these towns that are just like, I don't even know if you consider them towns. I guess they are, but there's like nothing to them. So it's only about a 40-minute drive, 35-minute drive. And we were supposed to take the van in tomorrow. And then that would have been 2 days of something to do. But we take the van in almost right across the street from where her appointment is today. So she called and said, can we just take it in today and leave it there a day early? And they're like, yeah, of course. So that's what we're going to do. So maybe tomorrow we might not have anything to do. And I said we have a busy week. We had something, I think, every day, but maybe now tomorrow we don't, because we're going to take the van today. And then Wednesday, I have to confirm it, but I have an appointment to see the sleep specialist at the hospital. And I'm a little kind of like this about it, not sure. I think I'll make the appointment. I'll go. Okay, here's my concern. A few years ago, I had a horrible sinus infection that lasted for like 1.5 years, 2 years. During that time, I developed sleep apnea because I couldn't breathe. It was hard to breathe. So I had to use a machine. And that story is a very complicated story. And this is not the video to tell that. I actually told it in a prior video, maybe 3 or 4 months ago. I don't want to get into it right now, but let's just say I don't believe I have sleep apnea now. But my doctor wanted me to go to the sleep specialist to be sure. And there's nothing wrong with that. I agree. To be certain is better than guesswork. But from everything I know about sleep apnea, mostly it's when you sleep on your back and like things start to fall down and close in your throat area somewhere, the flaps and stuff, whatever. I'm not technical, of course. They're not called flaps. But I don't sleep on my back. I sleep on my stomach and maybe my sides. I don't sleep on my back. So those flaps can't fall. I don't think they can fall. And the problem with these, I've done this test before where you stayed overnight at the hospital and they make you sleep on your back. They hook wires up to you and you sleep on your back. So yes, you're going to stop breathing because the flap's going to fall and fall and fall and fall. And yeah, they said I had sleep apnea. But I don't sleep on my back. I sleep on my stomach. So to me, that's sort of like a false reading, a false test. In my opinion, it would be like, well, we think that maybe your heart's beating too fast and you need to take this medication for the rest of your life to slow down your heartbeat. So come to the hospital and we're going to give you a test. And then when I get to the hospital, they tell you to get on the treadmill or a bike, exercise bike, and they test your heartbeat. And of course, it's beating very fast, and they're like, oh yeah, you've got an accelerated heartbeat. It's very dangerous. And I'm like, but I don't spend my life on an exercise bike. Shouldn't you test me when I'm just sitting in a chair or something? That's kind of how I equate this, because I don't sleep on my back. I sleep on my stomach. So give me the test when I'm sleeping on my stomach, and then that will tell you truly what I need. Am I overthinking this? I don't know. It just seems like if I go and take the test and I sleep on my back, yeah, it's going to show that I have sleep apnea, and then I'm, tethered to a CPAP machine for the rest of my life. When in actuality, I don't sleep on my back, I sleep on my stomach. I don't live my life on a treadmill. My heart beats fine. There could be a fallacy in my thinking, I don't know. It's happened a couple times before in my life. Anyway, it literally looks like it's stopping, raining. I mean, it's sprinkling a little bit now. It always does that to me. I get excited, I go and I park and I sit down and make my coffee and it stops raining. It does that a lot. I'm very concerned. Anyway, Amazon's supposed to deliver a new batch of watches today. I'm very excited about that. The watches, I'm going to list more options on my website that has my artwork on the face. I'm very excited about that. So, but anyway, I have to go home. I have to get all of our personal stuff out of here, things that we might need during the week. I'll probably take Tiny out because I don't trust Tiny, for a week away at somebody's body shop. I mean, me and Tiny, we're tight. But other than that, I know on Saturday I have a church work day. We're going to go and do some things around the church, like maintenance, general maintenance, painting and fixing and cleaning and things like that. And that'll be fun. Of course, Wednesday we have church and it's starting to rain again. Amen. But anyway, like I said, we have a busy week, but maybe tomorrow, I don't know. I'm still going to make a video or two this week in addition to this one. I can go out to a park. I can have a fire in my fire ring. I can do various things. I don't have to just not film because I have a rental car. I'm not excited. I don't like cars. I like SUVs and I like vans, but this 95 van, which I've said in a prior video, we looked all over for a van that fit what we wanted, what we were looking for. And we finally, after about 6 months of searching, found one about 3 hours away from our house. And we went and we bought it and we got it because this is what we were looking for. I love this van more than any vehicle that I've ever had, with the exception of my high school car, my 1970 Skylark Buick. That was a beautiful car. It had oversized tires. It had shiny Keystone mag, we call it, mag wheels at the time. It had an Emmer Flint paint job, which even back then, a long time ago, it was like a $600, $700 paint job. And yeah, I just love that car. I still have it, but it needs a lot of work, body work, and it's all rusted out. And I'm not sure if it's beyond repair or not. I would like to say no, because that was my first car. I still have it. I don't know. But anyway, I love this van. This van, we get compliments, all the time. We got offers to buy it. I'll be sitting in it and people will walk by and they'll come and knock on my window and they'll be like, "Is there any chance your van's for sale?" I'm like, "No." And I tell them the story. It's like we looked for this for a long time and went a long ways to get it. I'm a member of a van club, an old GMC Safari and Chevy Astro van club. It's like a group. Anyway, because there's people out there that's just like fanatical about this kind of van, and it's a high top, which was one of the criteria that was checked off when we saw this van for sale. Had to be a high top. But anyway, I was devastated when the lady backed into it, because now it's not going to be original anymore. It's going to have Bondo in it. That bums me out. And I don't know. I don't see how they're going to keep the stripes on that front fender. To me, we're going to have a van that's going to have stripes all the way around except for the front fender. Can't guarantee it. Maybe they'll figure out a miracle, but they said they can't replace the stripes. So, and there's a big dent under the stripes. So I'm not sure how they're going to do that, if they could pop it out somehow. But if they do, then it better be perfect. I mean, if it has the slightest crease in it, I'm not going to accept it. So, now it stopped raining again. But anyway, that's all that's going on today. I could just sit here for hours and just watch what's going on. And I'm in the back. It's very hard to see. In the back, all the windows are tinted from the back, in the back portion of the van. When I'm sitting in the front, you can see me easy. But even when you're sitting back here, just one row back, it's a lot harder to see even from the front. There's a room for another row of seats back there, but I went ahead and took out all the seat belt things, whatever you want to call them, hardware, because never going to put any seats back there in the back. That's part of it, wanting that back to be able to sleep and cook and do things like that. But anyway, I see something very weird outside. I mean, it literally looks like a crucifix. What would it be doing sitting outside? I gotta go out there and look. I'll be right back. Oh, man, that's washed out. And the clothes is bendy. Woohoo. I'm still kind of washed out, but yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Okay, here's what I just found. I don't get it while I was out there. I need to put okay, here it is. It's got the little thing in the middle and the cross. Here's Jesus. I wouldn't doubt if that's like olive wood or something. But it's all wet. But there's nothing wrong with it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to dry it. This is annoying how bright this is. I know you are thinking like, what in the world? That's a lot better, right? This is how it should have been the whole time. Now I feel stupid. Not that stupid, but maybe negligent, because I saw that it was too bright and I just kept blabbing. Anyway, what I'm going to do is dry it up, get on Facebook, on some of the groups I'm on, and say that I found a necklace with a cross on it or something just very vague and say to identify it, if you lost it, identify it, and, I'll give it back to you. Very seldom I have found, let's see, a while back I found a guitar pick. And I know it sounds like, are you serious, a guitar pick? Big deal. No, but see, the thing of it is, on the back it said, like, I don't remember exactly, but it said, like, Harry and Susan, anniversary 1974, something like that. So to me it looked like it was something special, like a memento. And of course, if they got divorced, it might have been just thrown out the window. So I don't know. But I put that on the group. No one claimed it. And then I found a sterling silver earring that no one claimed. And I found a pair of sunglasses, mint condition, pretty expensive. I can't remember. They're like $100 and some sunglasses. I don't remember if it was, I don't think it was Foster Grants, because I don't think they're that expensive. But anyway, it was a very popular brand. I put that on there. No one responded. One time I found a gold bracelet. It was very distinctive. I found it in the parking lot of a restaurant. I put that on there. No one responded. Felt really bad about that. One time I found a wallet. Of course, I found several wallets, but one time I was at the flea market setting up selling some eBay stuff that didn't sell, and I found a wallet under my table, and it had like several $100s in it, and it belonged to a Hispanic lady. And I got it back to her. I don't remember how it went down, if she was walking around table to table, like saying, have you seen this or what? I think that's kind of how it was, but I got it back to her, And then one time I found another wallet on the sidewalk here in town that had like maybe close to $200 in it, credit card, all kind of stuff in it. And I was able to Google the name and find out that he actually was a manager or worked at a place nearby in town. So I got that back to him. But by and large, most of the time when I find something, because the two wallets had identifications in it. So that was kind of like easy. But when you find a random thing like this, man, it's going to be hard to get it back to the right person. Anyway. I'm going to go just sit here. I'm just about finished with my coffee. Okay, guys. God bless you. God loves you. And as I always encourage, and as I've encouraged so many times, man, reading the 91st Psalm and the 23rd Psalm and the Lord's Prayer at night before you go to bed, put something really good and positive on your mind, as you sleep. And it's helped me so much in my life. I really believe that. And I know it's helping my boys, building a foundation in them. So I encourage that if you haven't already. You hear that horn? I'm tired of that horn. Oh, this guy right here, it just keeps going off. It's like, dude, there's nobody around your truck. Nobody wants your truck. Tell your alarm to go off. Anyway, as I said, God bless you guys. God loves you. I'll see you soon.